This is Jolie here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by trainer, manager, and promoter, Mr. Carl Greaves. How are you?
I'm all good, Joe. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, good. We've managed to get the sound working, so we're rolling. How's things been? You're one of the busiest men, as I've just said. Three titles to introduce you. You've just opened a new gym as well.
Yeah, I've been very busy, mate. These last few months, it's been hectic. Obviously, I'm matchmaker for Boxer on Sky Sports as well, alongside all my other duties. So it's been very busy and opening a new gym in the centre of Newark. Yeah, I'm buzzing about it. It's fantastic premises, and I'm delighted with it.
Yeah, we've got so much to talk about. I know David's got a fight coming up late November as well. I want to start, though, obviously, on the big news around Conor Benn's foul test. It was meant to be tonight. He'd be fighting Chris Eubank. I just want to get your thoughts on what's been happening the last couple of days. Obviously, you've been in boxing for so many years. This is one of the dark days, but yeah, it hasn't been great. What was your instant reaction to the foul drug test from Ben? Were you surprised?
Obviously, I was very surprised because, you'd have thought that if it is true, that Conor would have known better. You know what I mean? It's not good if it is true. It just goes to show you, doesn't it? What can happen in boxing? Nobody expected this. Everyone's looking forward to such a great fight, great event. It's one of the most talked about fights for a long time. It sold out. It done big viewing figures on DAZN apparently, and we were all gutted about it, really, because even myself was looking forward to watching it. So, yeah, it's if it is true, it's a sad time for boxing, and it's bad news for Connor Benn.
Why do you think it was, I guess, hidden from the media or for so long when they already knew about the test? It's quite strange how they were going to continue with the fight.
They were trying to get through the obstacles, weren't they, and trying to get around it to try and keep the fight on. But you've got to take it out to the British Boxing Board of Control, because they're the most stringent governing body in the world, in my opinion, and they've done the right thing. Listen, if anything had happened, say, to Chris Eubank, knowing full well that Conor had failed a drugs test, it would have been absolute travesty. You can't let a fighter box if he's failed a drug test. Simple as that. They should have made a decision straight away and just cancelled the whole event instead of trying to go through loops and try to keep it on. There was rumours it was going to go through a different governing body, a bit like they did with Chisora and David A. But the fight had lost all credibility by now. And like I say, they should have just knocked it on the head as soon as he'd failed the test. I know they was trying to get all this B sample and all that, but to me, if you failed one test, then get the fight off. It's done and dusted.
Yeah, that was strange. There were so many strange things, but do you feel like it almost made it more embarrassing for the sport, the fact that we found out and they continued to try and put it on?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Listen, there was millions and millions and millions of pounds involved in that fight, so it's hurt a lot of people in the back pocket. But listen, your health and life's more important than money. And like I say, if anything would have happened and gone wrong in that fight, then it would have been put boxing in an even worse place than what it is from what's gone off now. So in my opinion, they've done the right thing and called it an alter. And obviously, there's a lot of the undercard are hurt. You feel for them. It'd have been nice if they kept the event on and maybe got Eubank a different opponent. But I think they knew that most people, 95% of people, had bought tickets to watch Conor Benn and Chris Eubank.
Yeah, for sure. As for Conor now, do you feel like it would be the right thing for a ban? Obviously it's been postponed, so the fight could happen if he isn't banned, but
oh, definitely. Listen, he failed a drugs test. What more can you say? Listen, everyone's always going to plead innocence. Oh, I didn't know. I haven't done nothing wrong. I'm a clean athlete. But the Boxing Board of Control, when you go for your license, they always say to you, you make sure you watch what's going in your body. You know what I mean? The Boxing Board of Control have got a website with what you can and can't take supplement-wise. And at the end of the day, people know what they're doing. all rumours are going around now that no wonder Connor's improved so much. You know what I mean? He's one of them. I've always said it. He's the most improved fighter I've ever known. I mean, he's gone from a raw novice to like, listen, I wouldn't say world class yet. I mean, he's a good fighter and he's been beating some good fighters who passed the best. He hasn't really been tested. He hasn't really been in with some good solid punchers and operators at welterweight, in my opinion, yet. But he's improved immensely. You know what I mean? It's your wonder, done it. I mean, listen, it's bad times and it's not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on to David Avanesyan next. I just want to see if you've seen the video on Twitter today about the doctor openly talking about how easy it is for boxers. I think he said you have to be stupid to fail a drug test. I mean, how crazy is that he'd even say that in the first place?
I can't believe it. I mean, I've had a quick look and watched the minute clip that's on there, and I just can't believe what he's saying. I mean, he's gave the blueprint now and how to do it. I mean, it's not good. I mean, if any of my fighters, I ever had any of my fighters was taking illegal substances and taking steroids or, you know what I mean, anything to enhance this performance, they'd be out the door in a flash. You know what I mean? It's wrong. It's wrong. We should be going in there. You've, like I say, there's people's lives at risk in the boxing ring. It's a tough enough sport as it is. Never mind someone going in there juiced up. You know what I mean? Trying to badly hurt you and damage you. It's just wrong. It shouldn't be happening. And if it is true with Connor Benn, then listen, they should give him a lifetime ban, in my opinion. Listen, you can't be taking drugs and you can't be taking legal substances to get in that ring. It's just not on.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I'm going to move on. Yeah, as I say, David Avanesyan, 19th November, Telford. Talk to us about his opponent. Is this the level you would like at this stage?
Obviously not. No, I mean, David's world level. I mean, he's on the fringe of a world title. But what people's got to realise is it's not just easy. You can't just click your fingers and get a world title fight. It's a stacked division. There's so many good fighters in the welterweight division. I mean, David's up there in the top 3 or 4, in my opinion, now. But you can't just click your fingers and, I mean, get a world title fight. Neil Marsh's managers worked tirelessly behind the scenes along with Frank Warren. And I know we got ordered the Virgil Ortiz fight for the final eliminator for the WBC title, but what people don't realise, I didn't really want to go into all this, but when you're looking at social media and people like commenting, going, "Oh, you shit out, you bottled it, you pulled out of the Ortiz fight," do people in the boxing game really believe that David Avanesyan would have pulled out of the Virgil Ortiz fight if he you know what I mean? He had no choice but to pull out of that fight. There's a war going on. You know what I mean? He's in Russia. Although he's Armenian, he's moved to Armenia now. He's been in Russia and he had to get his Armenian passport sorted out. They lost out on the deadline to sign the contract because of the time. It just didn't. We couldn't do it. It was impossible. We had to pull out. We never pulled out. We couldn't order the. You know what I mean? We couldn't go through with it. Couldn't oblige to what the contract was. So simple as that. You know what I mean? There's no way on earth would David pull out a fight in Virgil Ortiz. We wanted that fight. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. He's a beast of a fighter, an hell of a puncher. But at that level, you've got to take these fighters. And I believe that David had a good chance of beating him. You know what I mean? Michael McKinson did very, very well. He showed a lot of heart and a lot of balls and hung in there as long as he can. But him and David are completely different fighters. David's a solid, strong operator who can punch. So it'd be nice to see someone give it back to Virgil Ortiz and getting him on the back foot.
Yeah, I don't think anyone questions that David is one of the best welterweights in the world. Do you believe now, I guess a little segue, do you believe now that kind of could be banned? And obviously his next fight isn't going to be at welterweight anyway. It's going to be easier for David to get a shot at world honors because of this situation unfolding?
No, not at all. I mean, listen, I know there's a lot of things going around and a lot of shit going on with David and Connor Benn, but he's never been on our radar. It's a fight that we would have liked because I think David takes him apart. You know what I mean? And it would be a big money fight. It's a fight that we would have liked. Yeah, of course it is. But he's never been on our radar. He's never been on David's radar. I mean, it's my opinion. David's way past Connor Benn. You know what I mean? He's defended the European 5 times. He's number 2 in the world by the WBC, or was. I think he's been pushed down to 3 or 4 now because he obviously not been active. But I mean, no, he's never been on our radar, and I don't believe that Conor's ever been in our way of getting a world title fight. You know what I mean? Okay. But I mean, we just want a world title fight, but it's not as easy as that. Like I say, I mean, Neil Marsh's manager and Frank Warren are doing the best they can. They're keeping him busy by defending his European again against a mandatory challenger who's unbeaten. But if he goes and does a number on this kid again, this John Miguez, people will say, "Oh, it was a mismatch. It's a crap fight. What are you doing fighting him?" But what do they want us to do? Just sit on the sidelines and not box. We've got to keep active. David's got to earn money. He's got to earn a living. You know what I mean? He's got a family to feed. So we've got to fight. We're not going to sit and wait around until he gets a world title for a final eliminator. He's got to keep active. And if he goes and does a number on this Miguez, who's 17-0, he's a good fighter. Yeah, he's a good solid operator. It'll just show the difference in class. You know what I mean? From world class and European class. And like I say, I believe David's world class.
Yeah, it's even more frustrating knowing that Crawford, Spence, again, you never know in this sport, but it seems now it's close again. Spence, I think, tweeted a couple of days ago, yeah, there's been pushback on the fight, but he said that's going to be next as well. So if they fight for undisputed, then there's a hold up again. When do you actually believe that the shot can come? Obviously, we expect him to win next month, but if he keeps on winning, in an ideal world, obviously, maybe early next year or something, but when do you kind of aim or expect David to be in a world title fight, welterweight?
I think the world title fight, I mean, I think he's going to have to go through a final eliminator, to be honest with you. And if he wins that, we'll get ordered mandatory. And then we've got to wait and see what happens with the purse bids and what have you. But I think the final eliminator should be after this European title defence. You know what I mean? I really do. I mean, listen, we might get lucky and he might get a shot. They might, you know what I mean? A big fight might fall through and he might get a shot as a voluntary. Yeah. I mean, obviously David's had his opportunities in America. He didn't perform. He had a bad night against Lamont Peterson. He had a bad night against Kavalauskas. But I mean, the way he's improved since them 2 defeats, it's unbelievable. I mean, he went over to Bilbao and destroyed Lujaraga, who was a beast, a so-called beast at the time. He took him apart, and then he beat him again, even emphatically and was it the first round, and did a number on Josh Kelly, who everyone was talking about. It's the next big thing. And listen, he's had some good wins. I mean, people forget. I know Shane Mosley was past it, but he's beat Shane Mosley, and Shane were coming off 2 good wins, and that. So we're doing all we can. I mean, listen, it's not our fault. I mean, at the end of the day, we're sitting patiently. Dave's going to keep busy, defend his European until he gets this shot as a final eliminator or a world title. But at the end of the day, it's all right, people criticising the opponent, but what do they want us to do? Just sit on, just not box, make him just wait for his opportunity. That's not possible. He's got to fight and he's got to keep active and he's got to earn a living.
Yeah, no, I think that's the right thing to do. You obviously got to keep fighting. In other news, yeah, you've opened a gym.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I've always had my gym. I was in my old premises 12 years.
Yeah.
A big opportunity to come up to I saw this place in Anytime Fitness in Newark in the centre of Newark town where I live, and I had a good chat with the owner who's got the franchise, and basically it's the other half of their gym that's never ever been used, and they've never had enough business and enough clients to open the other side of it. So it's always been empty. There wasn't even a light in there. It was just a shell. So I took the opportunity. I've spent a lot of money on it. It's gone from 4 breeze block walls with not a light in there to a state-of-the-art facility. And I'm absolutely delighted that my fighters now have got a fantastic place to train. I've got staff in there now working, doing classes, and we're doing kids classes, adult classes, boot camps, boxercise circuits. It's fantastic premises, and I'm absolutely over the moon. And I've also got my office there, so I haven't got to work from home all the time now, which is nice. So yeah, I'm delighted with it.
Well, good to hear. It's been good to speak to you. I'm sure we'll catch up before David's fight next month anyway. But it's been a while since we spoke, so thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Anything
Thanks,
else? Anything else you've got? It's good to chat, but what else?
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I've just signed like half a dozen fighters. I'm getting some good names coming to me now. I've just signed Harvey Lambert, who was on the GB podium squad, ABA champion, Tri-Nations champion. I've just signed Emma Dolan, a 4-0 unbeaten pro. I've got Tom Pogston, a 2-time ABA finalist. So I've made some good signings lately, and the future's bright for me, and I'm really excited about it. I mean, I didn't think I'd be pushing on with the gymmers like I am, but it was a good opportunity, and I'm really pleased I've done it now.
Well, I appreciate your time, and we'll speak soon.
Thanks, Joe. Top man, take care, mate.